Hey guys, welcome back to Sharon's Nail Boutique. I'm your wonderful, beautiful host, Sharon. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe, guys, please, because we're almost at 1,000 subbies, and I'm so excited because I can't wait to get there. I have so many things planned. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna be putting everything in there, but I have a whole bunch of stuff I'm gonna be putting in this giveaway. It's gonna be huge. Basically, I'm just starting off this set by removing her previous one, and I push back all her cuticles. First, I spray with alcohol, of course. I use 70% alcohol, and I push all the cuticles back. I clean my cuticle pusher before I use it. So I disinfect afterwards, and I disinfect in between and before. So then I'll go in with this volcano bit in a fine grit. And I'll leave the link for this in the description index below. I get my bits from Wilson on AliExpress, very affordable. Sometimes you even get 2 in the pack. So I'm just going through removing as much as I can of that old previous set. And we're gonna be going in with Nude and like an iridescent glitter nails, so 2 iridescent glitter nails and the rest nude, and I think it came out really nice. Some of the nails that you were able to see the blue through still, that I didn't get all of it off of, after we were done, I flipped her hands over and I went from underneath and basically filed through that tip and got all the excess, well, not all of it, but most of it I got through the bottom part, so you couldn't see it as much. I didn't get it all, but she was completely fine with the way it looked. It looked beautiful in the end, so that's all that matters. I'm going in now with my diamond ball cuticle bit, and I really love these bits because you can get all that extra dead skin off the nail plate, but you could also get all those little hangy bits that are actually on the finger itself, like the skin area. These bits are so gentle. Literally, I could go on my hand for a good solid 60 seconds and it still won't burn. Obviously, I wouldn't suggest doing that, but you know what I mean. You get my drift. So now I'm taking my Nail Sunshine Boomerang files. I always like to put my clients' names on these just so I know whose is whose, but these are completely disinfectable. These are the 100-150 grit boomerang shaped files. I love these because it has that natural rounded curve at the top that's good for near the cuticle, and then it has that flat straight area where you can file your shapes good and crisp. So that's basically what I'm doing here. I am basically filing in all that lifting, removing all the lifting, and etching the nail plate, and basically just kind of making it so that that's completely thinned out as much as possible, blended back into the nail plate basically. So I'm going in with my OPI Band-Aid 1 coat on all 10 nail plates, and then I'll go in with my No Lift Nails acid base primer. Very important to remember. Let me just zoom in there for a little bit for you guys. Very important to remember, with acid-less primer, you go in while it's still damp. With acid base, you want to wait till it starts drying. Okay? So I'm going in now with my Mia Secret to do that thin, clear base, just to give us some more of that. You just basically fill in that back growth, and that gives us our palette to work on. Nice and even. She has very strong C-curved nails, so you want to try to be as thin as possible, because people with strong C-curved nails, they tend to look a lot more bulkier than just kind of more typical flat nails. So you just want to be careful. Keep that in mind when you're filling these in, because yeah, it's really easy to have that product get away from you and it start getting really, really thick. So just keep that in mind and make sure that you're using as little as possible. Make sure that you're going in with your second coat before acrylic application, and you're waiting till that, till you can't see no sheen on it anymore. So once again, just laying that thin, clear base, pushing it up as far as I can get it, pulling my sides down, and moving on to the next. just getting it as far up to that cuticle as I possibly can without touching the skin. And the reason why I'm paying very close attention to that this time is because I feel like when I did her set the last time, I feel like I didn't go as close as I should have. So this time I'm making sure not to make that same mistake. Just making sure I clean up my side edges really well. And let me know what you guys think of this like angle, guys. So now I'm going in. Basically, we were just gonna do these shards, but I was like, you know, since there's still like a little bit of blue, why don't we go in with like a see-through iridescent fine glitter, and then we'll go in with those shards on top of it, so it gives it more substance, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing here. I'm using a iridescent silver tone multi-mix, and I'm using that as my base before I go in with those shards. So I'm just trying to make sure that I'm, you know, covering like most of that blue color, pushing it up as far as I can so that I'm not having most of that bulk in one place. I just want to make sure that it's nice and even around the nail. Picking up a really tiny wet cuticle bead here because you don't, like I said, you don't want to over bulk this. That's not what it's for. It's just for our base so that when we put our shards down, it has something underneath it to make it look more good, like make it stand out better. And I will admit, these are a little harder to encapsulate because some of the pieces are just like all over the place and some of them are like bent and folded, and so you just have to keep that in mind. So when you come back in to encapsulate, you're using your first bead like really wet, and I added some acrylic here just so they like don't come out of place. I'm just kind of adding that for assistance and sticking. So then we'll move on to the next hand and do the same thing, just going in with that thin, I don't think I picked up enough acrylic on that one, too much glitter actually. So I ended up cleaning my brush and fixing that and just grabbing a bead of acrylic wet and then go in properly this time. So I'm pushing that all the way up, get as thin and flush as I possibly can at that cuticle, and then I'll work my way down with the rest of it. I'm just making sure that, you know, I'm not leaving like a whole bunch of that product up at the top because that's just too bulky all the way up there. So you just want to make sure that it's coming down at those right angles. Just adding some clear so I can stick those shards, and then I'll move on to the pointer. I think this was actually the only nail that needed, no, the pointer on this hand I think needed to be replaced, so it was like one of the only fingers that didn't look as bulky as the other one. So this is the one I'm talking about. So I was able to go in like really thin here. I didn't have anything in my way. I was able to come down with that glitter and just, you see what I mean? Like there was nothing, no old color, nothing like that. So yeah, I'm just doing that thin base of the silver iridescent, and then we'll come in with those shards. And yeah, so obviously when you have a fresh set, it does look better, but you know, as long as you file your old set properly and you get most of that bulk off and you get most of the color off, you should be good to go. I definitely, obviously in hindsight, I wish I would have removed more of the blue, but you live and you learn. Everyone makes mistakes, and it's basically how you basically do it the next time that shows you if you learned from your mistake or not. So obviously the next time I will not be leaving most of that color there. I'll be removing it. So now we're going to be going in with our nudes. So I'm starting, I think, at like 3/4 of the way up or halfway up, and then I'll come in with a cuticle bead. I switched brushes as well. I'm not sure why, and I think I just felt like this one was easier. I don't know why. So I start right under the cuticle actually, so most of the way up, and I'm just making sure that my brush is damp, clean. I'm not gonna cap these nails, so I'm building the bulk up, the body of it up, because I'm gonna come back in and reshape and debulk them anyways, and I'm not capping. This is a core powder, a cover powder, so you don't need to do that. Now I'm coming in with that cuticle bead, just making sure it's pushed up, sure it's nice and flush, cleaning my edges. That's pretty much it, guys, and I left in the encapsulating for you as well, some of the filing, and I believe the top coating. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll leave the links for some of the products that I used in this video. I'll leave them in the description index. So let me know what you guys think of the video, guys, and I will see you in my next one. To all my new subscribers, thank you so much for all of your love and support, and welcome to my channel. I don't know if I could see like who exactly subscribed, who didn't, or what, but I'm gonna try to do that on my son's PC, because if I could do that, then I could probably start doing the shout outs again, because I'd like to be able to shout all my new subbies out when they subscribe, so that's important to me. So that being said, I will leave you guys here, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video, and just, you know, pay close attention to how I'm capping over these shards. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Love you guys all so much. Mwah. And to all my existing subbies, you guys know I love you very much, and I will see you in my next one. Any suggestions, anything you guys like to see in particular, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
Somebody else, and that is you. Ooh, falling in with you. Not the only one doing me. You already feel it there. Give me a little more dark in the spotlight. Do I wanna know something? You look into my eyes and fell a feeling. Then nothing got a dream like a slim night. Hey, come on closer now, waiting for you. But tomorrow is only. Oh yeah. Give me a hug, but want to talk. A dream like a moment, fantasy. Baby, I think about you now. Yeah, the moon is so under. You look into my eyes, together feel so high. To make up with your twilight, my only, my bestie. You fell into my love. Let me if you want tonight. Let me if you want tonight. Let me if you want tonight. Oh, let me up with a bright smile on now. Put me in the dark, so won't get lost now. To the moonlight, eyes you, Maria right now. You look into my eyes and fell a feeling. Then nothing got a dream like a slim night. Hey, come on closer, now I'm waiting for you. But don't hurry, oh slowly. Oh yeah, the moon is so under. You look into my eyes, together feel so love. Ooh, somebody else, and that is you. Ooh, falling in with you. Not the only one doing me. You already feel it there. Give me a little more dark in the spotlight. Do I wanna know something? You look into my eyes and fell love feeling. Then nothing got a dream like a slim night. Hey, come on closer now, waiting for you. But the night is slowly. Oh yeah, the moonlight's around us. You look into my eyes, together feel so high. To make up with the twilight, my only, my bestie. To my love, let me if you want tonight. 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 Ooh, I think it's slowing down now. Oh, more give me a hug, more want to talk. A dream like a moment, fantasy. Baby, I think about you now. Yeah, the moonlight's around us. You look into my eyes, together feel so high. To make up with your twilight, my only, my bestie. You fall into my love. Let me if you want tonight. Let me if you want tonight. Let me if you want tonight. Let me if you want tonight, tonight. Let me if you want tonight. Oh, let me up with a bright smile on now. Put me in the dark, so won't get lost now. To the moonlight, eyes you, Maria right now. You look into my eyes and fell love feeling. Then nothing got a dream like a slim night. Hey, come on closer. Now I'm waiting for you, but don't hurry, oh slowly. Oh yeah, the moonlight's around us. You look into my eyes, together feel so high. To make up with the twilight, my only, my bestie. You fall into my love. Let me if you want tonight. Little more shining star to the sky, looking high. All the people, you're the one and only you know. Want to be with you, call my name, love. Ooh, somebody else, and that is you. Ooh, falling in with you. Not the only one doing me. You already feel it there. Give me a little more dark in the spotlight. Do I wanna know something? You look into my eyes and fell love feeling. Then nothing got a dream like a slim night. Hey, come on closer now, waiting for you. But the night is slowly. Oh yeah, the moonlight's around us. You look into my eyes, together feel so high. To make up with the twilight, my only, my bestie. You fall into my love. Let me if you want tonight. 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 Ooh, I think it's slowing down now. Oh, more give me a hug, more want to talk. A dream like a moment, fantasy. Baby, I think about you now. Yeah, the moonlight's around us. You look into my eyes, together feel so high. To make up with your twilight, my only, my bestie. You fall into my love. Let me if you want tonight. Let me if you want tonight. Let me if you want tonight. Let me if you want tonight, tonight. Let me if you want tonight. Oh, let me up with a bright smile on now. Put me in the dark, so won't get lost now. To the moonlight, eyes you, Maria right now. You look into my eyes and fell Oh, let me up with a bright smile on now. Put me in the dark, so won't get lost now. To the moonlight, eyes you, Maria right now. You look into my eyes and felt a feeling. Then nothing got it feel like a slim night. Hey, come on closer. Now I'm waiting for you, but don't hurry, oh slowly. Oh yeah, the moon is around us. You look into my eyes, together feel so high. To make a wave, the twilight, my only, my bestie. To my love, let me if you want tonight. Little more shining star to the sky, looking high. All the people, you're the one and only you know. Want to be with you, call my name, love. Ooh, somebody else, and that is you. Ooh, falling in with you. Not the only one doing me. You already feel it there. Give me a little more dark in the spotlight. Do I wanna know something? You look into my eyes and felt a feeling. Then nothing got it dream like a slim night. Hey, come on closer now, waiting for you. But tonight is slowly. Oh yeah, the moon is around us. You look into my eyes, together feel so high. To make a wave, the twilight, my only, my bestie. To my love, let me if you want tonight. 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 Ooh, I think it's slowing down now. Oh, more give me a hug, more want to talk. A dream like a moment, fantasy. Baby, I think about you now. Yeah, the moon is around us. You look into my eyes, together feel so high. To make a with your twilight, my only, my bestie. You fell into my love. Let me if you want tonight. Let me if you want tonight. Let me if you want tonight. Let me if you want tonight, tonight. Let me if you want tonight. Oh, let me up with a bright smile on now. Put me in the dark, so won't get lost now. To the moonlight, eyes you, Maria right now. You look into my eyes and felt a feeling. Then nothing got it feel like a slim night. Hey, come on closer. Now I'm waiting for you, but don't hurry, oh slowly. Oh yeah, the moon is around us. You look into my eyes, together feel so high. To make a wave, the twilight, my only, my bestie. To my love, let me if you want tonight. Little more shining star to the sky, looking high. All the people, you're the one and only you know. Want to be with you, call my name, love. Ooh, somebody else, and that